Welcome to another Beyond Sunday podcast. This is a multi-site edition, and the multi-site editions of all editions, because today is a day where you are going to meet, for the first time ever, the King of Kings Northwest crew, the campus team. This is it, people! Yes. So I will start, and then we'll just kind of go, just introduce ourselves. If you haven't met me, that was a very annoying and loud intro, and I don't apologize. But my name is Peter Bay. I'm the campus director for King of Kings Northwest.
And my name is Kate Solberg, and I'm the associate director for the Northwest Campus.
I'm Kevin McClure, and I'm the director of worship and tech at Northwest.
And I'm Dina Newsom, and I'm the kids ministry coordinator at Northwest.
And this creates Captain Planet. When our powers unite, you know the rest. Maybe you don't. But all right. So today I wanted to get this squad together, and this for Kate. You've been on the squad now for a week, and it's just been you and me, and it's been just you needed more. You told me that you're like, I need more than you, Peter. And so finally, today's actually the first day for Dina and for Kevin. And so I wanted to get to know them more and for y'all to get to know them. So I've got some questions. So first, tell us about your family. And whoever wants to jump in first just gets to do it. So tell us about your family.
I'll go. So I am a mother of 3 and grandmother of 2, and my oldest is married and has given me 2 very cute little girl grandbabies that I get to love on because they live close, so I enjoy that. And then I have my youngest that's 16 and still at home. My older 2 are grown and flown, so my little one's still tagging around for a couple more years.
Nice. My wife and I have been together for a while. We have 3 kids. My oldest daughter, Everly's 12. Middle is 7. That's Aliska, also a daughter. And my son's name is Bear. He's 3. And, that's my family. And we got 2 huskies who are very loud.
Oh, jeez.
Well, this is Kate, and I have 2 children, 2 teenagers. My son, Ben, is 18, and he's about to become a freshman at University of Nebraska, Omaha. And my daughter, Rebecca, is 16. She is going to be a sophomore at Millard North High School. And we also have 2 dogs. I have a lab, Hunley from Curious George, Lobby Dog, and we have a golden doodle, Fletcher. So that is my family.
Very nice. Yeah, my wife, Carista. We have 3 kids, Benton, 9, Jada, 7, Remy, 5. I am pro-animal, anti-pet, so we have 0 dogs.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
And then my wife wanted 2 dogs, and we compromised and got 2 dogs.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that just how that goes?
That is how that goes, I guess. Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. Our kids are getting, like, they want pets so bad. So we've just said no thus far. But we'll
Eventually,
see one day.
See how long that hold out.
We may cave.
I caved. I now have 3 cats and 1 dog,
Oh,
all of which my
gosh.
children picked out, and then they left.
And then
I still have them.
Oh,
That is
no.
how it works.
See, that's my nightmare. That like get all these pets and then the kids move out, and now what? So let's move on from this. What were you doing prior to this adventure? Let's start with you, Kate.
So I was a public school teacher for 23 years in Elkhorn and Millard Public Schools. I've taught 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd grade.
That's a lot of little rascals.
It is a lot. But I loved being a teacher. I think I will forever be a teacher. But I just knew in the past year God was calling me to something new, and I'm so glad this is it. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you had some administration in there as well?
yes, I have my master's degree to be a principal and was principal over summer school last summer. So that was an exciting adventure too. So.
Very good. How about you, Kev?
Yeah, I've been working in ministry, primarily in musical worship, since 2012. Yeah, something like that. So I've been doing that with different age ranges. I've been doing that. I started with students, like high school and then college, and then have taken on different roles in main Sunday gatherings, went back to college ministry for a while specifically. So I've been doing just a lot of ministry backgrounds and as a musician, touring and playing music every night on the road and all that kind of stuff. But immediately before this, I was in a smaller church plant that I love, that is still like basically next door to where we're going to be and down the street. And this was just a great chance to move into something that was new, that was great for my family and me. Is just really exciting. So.
Yeah.
I started in kids ministry when I was still a kid. My parents were very active at the congregation that I grew up in, and so I started volunteering as soon as I was old enough to work in Sunday school. And I used to lead music when we didn't have music in Sunday school, and we just sang songs and finger plays and things like that. But then most recently, I've been at another church here in town I've been on staff for 10 years, but I've been at the church volunteering and serving in different ways for about 22 years, roughly. So, mostly in kids ministry, some student ministry, some administrative tasks, a little bit of everything. So, yeah.
We got a wealth of knowledge on this squad. It's amazing. So what excites you about being part of this new opportunity? You all decided to come on board. What excites you about being part of this new opportunity?
Well, for me, the Northwest Omaha area is just really booming right now. Like, I have driven by all these empty lots that have over the last couple of years started developing like crazy. And so we're seeing all these families move to Northwest Omaha. We're seeing people who, used to just live on farms or acreages, way north. Now it's becoming part of the city, and there's not much out there for them for spiritual nourishment and community. Right. And so what's exciting to me about all that is to see this this harvest. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few, from Luke 10:2. That is kind of the same mindset that I have coming into this space, is going, okay, there's only a small handful of churches in this area, and there's about to be 10 times the number of people. Yeah. Well, sounds like we need to reach a major population that's going to be right there in that area.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that verse. If you are not a part of the Luke 10:2 challenge, set your alarm each day at 10:02 a.m. or p.m., your choice. And when it goes off, just say a quick prayer for this multi-site, this adventure that we're getting on. What excites you, Dina and Kate?
Really, for me, it's just the newness, like the blank slate. I like creating things and building things. And so, being in ministry for a long time, I've been through a lot of change, but it's not really been starting new. And so this, for me, is the chance that this is something brand new. And there's a lot of input and knowledge and prayer and everything that goes into it. But like just the creation and the building of something, and to watch that grow is very exciting to me.
I would agree with both your answers, really good answers. For me, I love talking about Jesus and telling people about Jesus. And so wherever God wants me to go, I want to say yes. And so I feel like this is where God's told me to go. So I said yes.
Yes, I'm so glad you did. For Dina and Kevin, you've both explained how you didn't come from King of Kings. So Kate and I have been here for a while. I've been attending here since, I guess it would be 2009. And you've been attending here since
1999.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's
that
awesome.
kind of ages me.
No, it doesn't. Kate was 3.5 years old when she started attending here.
That's not true.
And but Dina and Kev, you guys have come in from outside. So what drew you to want to be part of King of Kings?
The simple answer for me is two people. And one of those people is Caleb Hack, who does kids ministry here. And I've known Caleb since he was a little boy. I used to teach Caleb in Sunday school and watched him grow up. And I am very excited about his position here. And I have talked with him through the last, I don't know, since he's been a grown-up in ministry, now that he's all way taller than me, although that's been a while. But that, just the opportunity to rub elbows with him was exciting. But then you, Peter, you and I didn't know each other really well, but we kind of run in the same circles. And so I've heard you speak or, run into you at things, and your passion and just your energy level is always like way up here. And that is the type of people I like to surround myself with. I want people that are going to be excited about what they're doing. And you just are an open book about your heart for Christ. And that's exciting to me.
Wow, Dina, thank you so much. That's so honoring. And yeah, if you didn't know, so I did kids ministry here for about 10 years. And when I left that role to become campus director, Caleb Hack came on as our new kids ministry director. So that's, a really cool connection. Thanks again for sharing what you did. Kevin?
Yeah, so for me, it was really just the Holy Spirit. That's it.
Let's go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go. That Holy Ghost power.
Obviously, God orchestrates a lot of things that draws you into a new place. And so for me, there were a lot of people that were on staff. There was a really healthy staff culture that I was hearing about from friends that worked here. And I've just been around King of Kings for a long time. I've been leading worship as a guest for 7 or 8 years, on and off, here and there. And so for me, this has never felt like a strange place for me. It's always been kind of like, I'm going back to visit my extended family at King of Kings on this random Sunday that I'm filling in for someone. So yeah, for me, it's just been kind of like the time was right where all of these things were just all right at the same place at the same time. And someone asked me about how would you feel about being a part of this? And at first I was like, I'm not really interested. And then he's like, yeah, but what if? And I thought more about it, and I prayed about it. And I talked to my wife about it, and we were like, man, maybe this is the time that God is calling us in to be a part of this moment at this time. So yeah, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the short answer of it.
Yeah, it's been cool as just in the last week or so since you've been like, go ahead, share with people. And I've been sharing with people that you're coming on as the director of worship at Tech. And they say, Kevin McClure. And I say, yeah, he's led here a number of times. And they're like, thinking. And then I say, man bun.
Yes.
And people light up.
Man bun.
They get excited. Man bun is coming. And so if you didn't know, if you're not watching this, listening, that Kevin is affectionately known as Man Bun. He has a wonderful mane of hair.
I actually didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yep, people, yes, you are known as Man Bun.
Are you okay with that?
I mean, I'm fine. My hair's a little bit shorter than it was at that point. I don't know if it'll go up quite the same way.
Not anymore.
It'll go up, but it's not quite as aggressive of a man bun as it once was. So,
well, it's cool to see people light up. So what are you enthused about? Like when you think about the role you're coming into here and thinking about just like any particular part of it that kind of pumps you up or gets you enthused, what would that be? This is for any of y'all.
I think there's lots that excite me. I love that we have a core team and a launch team coming from King of Kings. So families that are a part of the King of Kings culture already, and they're going to help us establish a great community in the Northwest Campus. And then just thinking about all the people who are going to come that we don't know yet. That really excites me. And just the people that are going to hear about Jesus for the first time or get spurred on in their faith wherever they're at. That makes me excited.
Sweet.
I'm really excited, specifically in the musical worship realm. And we've talked a little bit about this. I'm really excited about the prospect of building a culture of worship that is biblically based and gospel centered, that has really beautiful artistry, but is also highly participatory. And so I used the word sing-alongable with you the other day. And so for me, all those things playing together it's hard to do that. It's not easy to build a worship ministry like that, but I think there's a unique need for it in the culture today. And it's just exciting to me to think about. And there's so many great musicians that are already part of King of Kings. There's so many great tech people that are part of King of Kings that are coming along over to Northwest, that it just kind of feels like, okay, there's going to be something really special, I think, in that realm, that our Sunday morning gatherings are going to be, honestly, probably fairly unique to, and I hope that doesn't come across like arrogant or anything like that. That's just the culture that I think is already being built before I even come in here, is like, oh, there's a lot of this already happening.
That's cool.
And we're going to do this over here in this place. And I think it's just going to be really special.
Okay, well, now I'm really excited about the worship
Hey,
in
let's go.
Northwest. Same. I'm all in. For me, it's really building new relationships. Like, I am super stoked that Concordia Academy is in the building that we're going to be in, and what new things can come out of that, let alone those are kids that I'm going to be relating to. So I'm excited about, that partnership and seeing what comes of that. Kevin was talking about all the new families that are in that area of town. Like, I'm just excited about new relationships and watching how God's family can grow.
Oh, that's good. Good. Yeah, I each and every one of those things is getting me excited. And partnership with Concordia, the partnership with Standing Bear just down the street, the people that I've met as we've done community events who have asked questions or said, when I was a kid, I went to an event at King of Kings once. And I said, do you have a church now? And no, I haven't had a church. Well, come on out. And people are enthused. I was just at a wedding this last weekend and talked to a young gal. And she said, I've been searching for a church home for a while. And I said, well, come October, let's go. And her husband came over and she said, hey, what do you think? And so like that kind of stuff gets me pumped up.
Yeah,
So
that's
Holy
really
Spirit,
cool.
take care of that for us, please. What's something about you that people would not know? Something about you that people would not know. And I know some of you like, there's a lot of people here at King of Kings who don't know you yet, possibly. But let's find something that may be off the beaten path a little bit. Something about you that people may not know.
Well, for me, being a musician, one of the things that people don't like put together much is I love baseball. I love sports. I'm a huge fan of the Chicago Cubs, avid fan. Dan and I were talking about that earlier today. And so for me, that's something that many of my other musician friends always kind of feel weird about, or they're they compete against athletics for some reason. And I'm all in on it. We're going to go watch a Husker game. I'm in. Let's go, And
That's
so
awesome.
That's not the most unique thing about me, but it's funny enough that most people seem to think, wait, you like sports? As if it's some weird thing.
That's it.
Mine is kind of the same thing. I'm not your typical grandma. I hate cooking. I don't enjoy baking. I don't like sewing, any of those things. I can get into crafting now and then, but I really like playing video games and watching Star Wars movies and Star Trek. I'm really into
you're a
sci-fi.
Trekkie?
I am a Trekkie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm an old school Trekkie, original Star Trek Trekkie, maybe Next Generation. But
wow.
I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I love Marvel, Disney. I'm very into movies and that music, that just kind of genre stuff. Not so much cooking and sewing. And all my friends want to go take a cooking class together, and I'm like, nah. It's okay. I'll
Not for
pass.
Okay, what do you got?
The first thing that came to mind is just that I love to travel, and as a teacher, you don't have a lot of extra finances. Mm-hmm. So there's this thing that a lot of people don't know about, but there's different seminars, teaching seminars, and institutes in the summer for teachers to apply to. So once I discovered those, I was like, yep, that's what I'm doing. So I've traveled the country basically for free, going to different seminars and retreats to learn about some part of teaching or the curriculum. So I've been to New York City, I've been to Colonial Williamsburg, I've been to Seattle. Just those are just a few, but I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yep.
One thing that a lot of people might not know about me, so I went to school for music education, and people might have heard that. But my goal was to be an opera singer. So that's what I thought I was going to do.
Wow.
That makes so much sense.
Doesn't it?
Oh my
So you're going
god.
to show us
Doesn't
a
it?
little something, something
No,
right
I'm
now?
not going to do that right now.
Yes.
I'm not going to. But
on.
you know what, though?
Okay, we're going to work on that.
My grandma died this last year, and I got to sing Ave Maria. I was like, oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
Aw.
It was,
And it was reawakened within you, and now you're gonna go
It's
travel
so
the
good.
world.
It's so good. No, I probably won't do that, but as opportunities arise every once in a while. You mentioned, Dina, that you like Marvel movies, so we're going to get into some rapid fire questions to kind of wrap this up, and I want one. I'll start with you. So Marvel in particular, let's go Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers.
Avengers.
Well, that was so quick.
It's any Marvel answer is going to be quick.
Dang, that was impressive. So Thor, Iron Man.
Oh, I got to go with Iron Man.
Wow. Okay. So now I'm going to open up these questions for everybody. These are not all Marvel questions, but we'll go right down the road. We'll start.
What if they were though?
We'll go. Did you want to contribute to those?
I just think the picture of it was just funny to me. And here's a bunch of rapid fire questions. They're all related
They're
to Marvel.
all Marvel. They get really into like the minutia of Marvel.
The last half of this podcast.
Everyone,
is just us talking
everyone
about
tunes
Marvel.
out. So we'll go Dina,
man.
Kevin, Kate, and we'll just answer this. These are this or that type questions. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Coke.
I don't drink pop.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Dogs or cats?
Both.
Dogs.
Dogs.
I'm dogs. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Oh, ooh, chocolate. Both.
Both.
Together.
Both.
Well, kids know that as twist. Here we go to run to get a twist. I go chocolate. Movies or reading?
Movies.
I think I like reading more.
I'm bad at picking. Reading.
Movies. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl, but I wish I was an early bird, but I just struggle with it every single day.
Night owl.
Yeah, night owl. Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Mountains.
Mountains by the beach.
Wow.
Getting
Kate
that
has the
Pacific
sweet
Northwest
spot.
going
I'm going
on,
to
yeah.
object. She just gets to come up with the creative ones.
Yeah, I'm not a beach person. I'm going mountain. Although I'm not a mountains person. I climbed a mountain once. I got to the top, and you know, there's those posters where people are like standing at the top of a mountain, and it's just like total gratification. I got up there, and I was like depressed.
This is the worst thing
Yes,
ever.
because I realized I got to climb down for an hour and a half, and I saw like golf courses out in the distance, and I was like, why am I up here? This is
Yeah.
miserable. Okay, let's go. Cake or pie?
Cheesecake.
Oh, pie.
Cake.
Pie. Sweet pickles or dill?
Dill.
Neither. I don't like pickles all that much. Yeah.
Can I go both again?
Both. Oh my goodness.
I love pickles.
You like sweet pickles?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. All right, we'll talk about this later in our 101.
You can have my
Interesting.
pickles.
Yeah,
I'll just
thank
hand
you.
them off
There
to
you
you.
go.
Thank you.
Comedy or action?
Action.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Comedy. Snakes or sharks?
Oh, nothing with snakes. I don't want sharks either, so neither.
Snakes. We actually owned snakes for a while. So I know. Hey, they're great creatures of the Lord. Except for that one.
Sharks, I guess.
Sharks too, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Call or text?
Text.
Text, but don't expect a response back very quickly.
Call.
I love to call. It's old school.
Yeah.
My boss for a while was a guy on staff here named Mike White, and he does not like to call. He is text all the way, and I love to call Mike White. He'd always answer. He'd be like, "This better be urgent." It was never once urgent. Never once urgent. Think before you talk or talk before you think?
Talk before you think.
Think before you talk.
Think before you talk.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten in trouble for both. My wife would definitely say I'm a think before you talk. She's like, it takes me way too long to answer questions for her. Okay, Nebraska or anywhere else, and we're talking universities here, Nebraska or any other university.
Nebraska.
Oh, I think you have to say Nebraska, right? What else is there? That's even good.
I am a Kansas alumni, so
So Nebraska is what you're trying to say.
okay. I had the best of both worlds. It's like KU during basketball season, Nebraska during football season. I mean, traditionally that works.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Something
good.
most Nebraska people are into anyway. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So yeah, I grew up in Wisconsin. I cheer Wisconsin, but I mean, I'm all about the Husker energy here. It is pretty cool. I went to a game last year with that same guy, Mike White, and it was against Michigan. And he's from Texas. He's been to like a dozen Texas games, and he said that he's never been in an atmosphere like a Husker game at Memorial. So it's pretty cool what y'all got going on here in Nebraska. Hey, King of Kings Northwest team, thank you for coming on, and I'm so excited for this adventure. I'm grateful for what God has done to bring this team together, and I'm glad that all you listeners have been able to get to meet them a little bit more. Anything else before we sign off? Dina, any closing words?
Go Huskers.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Wow.
there you go.
Kevin, ditto or what?
Thank you so much for hosting that incredible rapid fire.
Okay.
That's
Wow, you're welcome. Okay.
Yeah, I just hope to see everyone at our Northwest campus, either permanently or as a visitor. So
Yes, yeah, be praying for us. Come join us and invite your friends to come to know Jesus, whether it's here, there, or anywhere. That's what we're here for. Because Christ first loved, we can love others. So this has been another Beyond Sunday Multisite Edition podcast. Have you all a great day.